Good morning, AXA. Today, I'm going to show you how to conduct a financial needs analysis using AXA Solutions. Good morning, Mrs. Balagtas. I'm Leroy Tensuan, a financial executive of AXA Philippines. Nice to meet you.
Good morning, Leroy.
By the way, here is my business card.
Thank you.
Thank you for being able to meet with me today. By the way, how would you like me to address you?
Julia is fine.
Julia, I am thankful that Ogo asked me to give you a call as he felt that I might be of service to you. But I had no way of knowing how I could be of help, and that is why I insisted on this appointment. Now, I'm sure from the moment I called, you were probably thinking, I'm going to sell you something, right?
Right.
What I am going to do is show you why people continually avail of our services. And if at the end of this meeting you find that you have no need for it, just let me know and I won't bother you again. Fair enough?
Yes.
I will be sharing a few financial planning concepts to help you address your financial priorities. To make this meeting meaningful, I will be asking you a few questions, some of which you might find personal. Rest assured that any information that you do provide will be treated with utmost confidentiality. And lastly, Julia, if you do find this meeting beneficial, I'm sure you would be happy to recommend me to your family and close friends.
Sure.
Don't keep me a secret.
Okay.
Shall we proceed?
Yes.
Julia, everyone has dreams in life. We dream of having a better life for ourselves and for a family, and we hope that these dreams become a reality. So if I may ask, when was the last time your dreams came true?
Oh, in the last few years, we've been able to acquire our home, and very recently we went on a family vacation.
That's very nice. I'm very glad to hear that, Julia. But now let me ask you, currently, what are your biggest dreams?
Well, my biggest dream right now is to be able to acquire a retirement beach house in Calatagan or maybe Nasugbu.
That actually sounds amazing, Julia, and I really hope that you achieve that dream of yours.
Thank you.
But first, let me introduce my company. AXA is a global leader in financial protection based in Paris, France. We have been named as the #1 insurance brand for 9 consecutive years by Interbrand, the world's leading brand consultancy firm. We have been making our presence felt in over 64 countries across Europe, North America, and Asia Pacific. We have over 103 million customers worldwide with over 166,000 employees and exclusive distributors. In the country, AXA partnered with Metrobank Group, the second largest bank, and recognized as the strongest bank in the Philippines by the Asian Banker. AXA Philippines ranks among the top life insurance companies, helping individuals and businesses with their life protection, education, investment, and retirement, offering financial protection to over 800,000 customers with our individual and group life insurance products. So, Julia, why should we plan for your future? Well, different life stages mean different financial needs. From being single, to getting married, to having children, to seeing them grow up and eventually retiring and sustaining ourselves through old age. Single individuals would like to have the luxuries in life. They would like to have up-to-date gadgets, the latest fashion, bags, travel and leisure. However, priorities change when we get married. People will tend to look for more sustainability. They would look for having a home or being able to purchase their own car. Priorities further change once we have dependents in the family. Parents would like to be able to give their best to their children, sending them to good schools. Once the children have matured, parents would desire to live a comfortable life. now having the time to do the things they always wanted to do. So Julia, let me ask you, currently, which life stage are you in?
I believe we're in the growing family stage.
Okay, Julia, earlier you mentioned that your biggest and current dream is to be able to buy a retirement house somewhere in Nasugbu or Calatagan. Could you tell me more about it?
Well, my husband and I, we really just enjoy going to the beach, and we sort of imagine our retirement as just having leisurely days and spending time with our children and maybe even our grandchildren.
Julia, that really sounds fantastic, and I agree that that dream of yours is a usual dream for someone in your life stage. That is why, as a financial executive, I help people increase their net worth and protect them against any form of risk. I also help them integrate an overall plan to manage their money, minimizing their expenses and maximizing their cash flow. That is why, as a financial executive, Julia, I will help you get closer to your dreams. How? By determining your life stage priorities, redefining the importance of insurance in your life, examining the type of financial protection you need, assist you with your financial needs progress yearly, make your vision a reality, and start your journey to financial security now. So how do we do that? Julia, it starts with a plan. Simply by knowing what you want and knowing what you have, bridging the gap between what you want and what you have, and budgeting and managing your expenses through AXA's global expertise and strength and your commitment, together we can create a plan to help you achieve a financially secure future. So what are the things that we need to prepare for? Julia, we are in the business of planning for expected events and preparing for unexpected events. We build wealth when we save up for the education of our children or when we save up for our future retirement. However, Julia, most dreams fail. Why? Due to a lack of discipline. Usually, people will spend first and then save what is left. The correct attitude should be that we save first and then only spend what is left. To give you a better picture, did you know that tuition fees increase by an average of 10% every year? Meaning, if you were to send one child through college in 15 years, it would cost you around 2.5 million pesos. Next, did you know that 87% of Filipinos have no retirement plan? And that only means two things. Either one, they end up relying on their children once they retire, or they have to continue working even throughout their golden years. But we're not just in the business of planning for expected events. We should also prepare for the unexpected events. We sustain life when we protect the future income of our loved ones should we be taken out of the picture, or when we protect our future in case we are diagnosed with a medical emergency. Julia, our life has a big if in the middle. It's either we live too long with disability or we expire too early. Did you know that only 15% of Filipinos have income protection? If you don't have life insurance yet, have you thought about what will happen to your loved ones in case you leave them behind? And did you know that HMOs can only cover 25% at best, meaning you would still need to shell out money just so that you can recover? Julia, after discussing the 4 basic needs and considering your big dream, which among this would you like to prioritize?
Retirement.
Julia, why is it important that we are able to address your retirement need?
Because I want to continue being financially independent.
And Julia, why is it important that you become financially independent?
Well, one, I don't want to continue working way through my golden years, and of course, I don't want to burden my children with having to depend on them because I love them.
Okay. Julia, thank you for that response, and I think your reasons are very valid because you love your children. Now, Julia, I'd like you to imagine, come the day that you retire, what do you see happening?
Well, I see us all together, enjoying our time in the beach house and playing with our grandchildren perhaps, and just simply having a leisure time, bonding.
That sounds good, Julia. Now, what would it mean to you if you are not able to prepare for this need?
Well, you can say it's disastrous, and I'd be very sad. Yeah, I'd feel like a failure if I didn't prepare for my retirement.
Okay, Julia, so what can you do to prevent that from happening? Julia, are you prepared to retire in comfort? What you can do is prepare by using a retirement plan. A retirement plan will augment your company's retirement bonuses, and a retirement plan is a hassle-free and less risky way to save for retirement since your funds will be managed by professionals. To give you a better picture, the amount that you will need after 15 years to maintain your standard of living, assuming a 5% rate of inflation, is as follows. If you were living off 75,000 pesos right now, you would need 156,000 pesos in 15 years. If you were earning 50,000 pesos right now, it would need to be 104,000 pesos in 15 years. If you were earning 25,000 pesos, you would need 52,000 pesos in 15 years. To give a better illustration, let's take a liter of Coke. Back in the 80s, a liter of Coke would only cost you 10 pesos. In the 90s, it would cost you around 15 to 20 pesos. But now, a liter of Coke will cost us 32 pesos. Julia, according to NEDA, 87% of Filipinos have no retirement plan. 75% are living poorly. 15% are just getting by. 9% are living in comfort, and only 1% live in luxury. Julia, where would you like to belong?
Of course, I'd like to be with the 1% who are living in luxury.
I agree. Julia, if I could show you a way to achieve that dream of yours to retire in a Cebu or Calatagan that is within your current budget, will you consider it?
Yes.
Julia, I want you to start living a life of comfort, knowing that you've prepared for the things that matter most to you. This tool, AXA Solutions, can give us an overview of your top priority and the other 3 needs which are most often neglected. With that, I'll just be asking you a few questions. I hope you don't mind. Is it okay?
Yes.
Okay. Julia, could I have your last name?
Balagtas.
Your first name?
Julia. Y.
And your birth date?
August 24, 1972.
Could I have your email address?
julia.balagtas@gmail.com.
And could I have your mobile number?
917-837-4141.
Julia, financial needs are based off our income. If I may ask, what is your current monthly income?
270K.
Do you have any dependents?
Yes, 2.
May I please get their birth dates and gender?
Both male. The first child, October 5, 2012, and November 10, 2015.
Okay. Julia, I'm proud to show you the results of your financial needs analysis. You will need a retirement fund worth 19 million pesos to retire comfortably during your retirement years. You will need an education fund worth 1.8 million pesos for your children's tuition during their college years. In the event of your untimely demise, your family will need around 7.3 million pesos to take care of their daily living expenses and other basic necessities. Lastly, you will need a health fund worth 2 million to pay for medical expenses in case of critical illness. Now, Julia, before I go with your top priority, which is retirement, I'd like to run you through the other needs just to give you a more holistic picture of your financial priorities.
Okay.
For the education of your children, may I please get their names?
Carlo and Christopher.
For their education need, we made the following assumptions. Usual college age starts at 18 following the K-12 system, and we assumed a 5-year benefit payout in case they choose a 5-year course. Now, should anything be left over, then you could use that as a graduation gift. Would you have any provisions for your children's education?
None at the moment.
Okay. So let me park this real quick and go to the other needs. The cost of medical treatments nowadays are rising, and to be able to recover from a critical illness, you would need around 2 million pesos. Now, would you have any provisions for this?
Yes.
Okay.
2 million.
2 million. Again, let me park this and go to the next need. Now, Julia, in the event of your untimely demise, your family will need 7.3 million to take care of their basic needs for the next 5 years. Let me ask you, would you have any provisions for this?
Yes.
Okay, how much?
4 million.
Now let's go to your top priority. Julia, we recommend a retirement fund worth 19 million pesos for you to live what you love during retirement. To calculate for this, we made the following assumptions. Based on your income, your average monthly expense rate is around 45% or 120,000 pesos monthly. Retirement age in the Philippines is 65, meaning that you will be retiring in 20 years, and the average mortality age of a Filipino is 80, meaning you will be needing 15 years of benefit payout from the age of 65 to 80. Now, to achieve this, you would need to set aside around 5 to 15% of your monthly salary or 570,000 pesos annually. What this will do is that it will help you build your funds over time so that when you retire at the age of 65, you would have 19 million pesos. With that, you would be able to withdraw around 1.4 million pesos every year so that in 15 years, you would have accumulated around 21 million pesos for your retirement needs. Julia, let me ask, do you have any provisions for this?
No.
Okay. Now, after going through the 4 basic needs again, would you still like to continue with retirement?
Yes.
Okay. Julia, I'm excited to show to you our proposed solutions, Retire Smart. Now, Retire Smart will help you build funds for that dream retirement. Retire Smart helps you build capital during the early years of your investment and then preserves your capital as you reach your target retirement date. Retire Smart could also be equipped with other benefits such as income protection, daily hospital income, protection against 57 major critical conditions, and accidental death and dismemberment. Furthermore, Retire Smart comes with a feature that should you become totally and permanently disabled, all future premiums will be waived, but your investments will still continue as if you were paying for it. With this, we suggest Retire Smart on the 2035 fund, which is near your target retirement date. With this, you would need to set aside around 570,000 pesos annually so that you could build your funds of 19 million at the time of your retirement. So, Julia, do you like this?
Yes.
So, what's your game plan?
Let's do this.
Okay. Julia, before we continue, I would just like to recap. You have chosen the product Retire Smart with a sum insured of 2.6 million pesos and a basic premium of 569,000 pesos. Okay, so before I go on to the proposal, Julia, could you please double check if the information that I've placed is correct?
Yes.
Okay. Julia, this next part allows us to make our plan more comprehensive by adding riders. Riders are additional supplements that make a plan more tailor-suited for your needs. Now here, we could attach the following riders. We have your Care, Protector, Secure, and the mandatory rider, Waiver of Premium. Care rider is our daily hospital income rider, which provides you daily income should you become hospitalized. Protector is our additional income protection rider, which gives you added sum insured should you be taken out of the picture. Next is our Secure rider, which is our accidental death benefit rider, that should you meet your untimely demise due to an accident, it will provide additional benefits to your beneficiaries. And of course, we have the mandatory waiver of premium, like what I mentioned earlier, that should you become totally and permanently disabled, all future premiums will be waived, but your investments will still continue to grow as if you are continually paying for it. So Julia, let me ask you, which riders would you like to attach?
Care and Secure.
Okay. Here, Julia, is a projection of the yearly withdrawals that you could make once you retire at the age of 65. So, are you ready to see the proposal?
Yes.
Okay. Julia, I'm excited to show you our proposal for Retire Smart, which will help you get closer to your dreams. Retire Smart is a regular pay investment-linked life insurance product that will help you build your funds and that will fuel your passion when you retire. In simpler terms, Julia, this will help you achieve that dream of yours to retire in Calatagan or Nasugbu. Earlier, I mentioned all you need to do is set aside around 570,000 pesos annually. By doing that, considering an 8% growth rate, you could enjoy around 19 million pesos based on market performance. Not only that, our funds are strategically managed to grow your investment during the early years and protect your capital as you near retirement. In addition, your plan automatically comes with the waiver of premium as I discussed earlier with the rider selection. And of course, you also have the option to attach any of the following riders. You have already attached Care and Secure but should you decide to attach the others, such as critical conditions and protector, you may do so. Your total annual premiums will be 590,000 pesos, including rider premiums. However, we do have flexible options allowing you to pay either monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, or annually. Retire Smart also has other features as well. Retire Smart allows you to fund switch in case you decide to move your retirement date to an earlier or later date. Should you wish, you may also place top-ups. Top-ups are additional premium injections that will strengthen or boost your investment. You may also avail of Premium Holiday, which is a temporary cessation in the payment of premiums. However, a word of caution, Julia, that should you avail this, it might affect the growth of your investment. Here, Julia, we have the illustration of the living benefits. As you could see, at the age of 63 at 2035, your target retirement date fund, you would have invested around 9.46 million pesos. Considering an 8% growth rate, it could be around 19 million. Considering a 10% rate of return, it could be around 23 million pesos. Again, all dependent on market performance. Here, Julia, is an illustration of your funds should you avail of Premium Holiday early on without the intent of going back to paying your premiums. As you can see, in 15 years, it would have already depleted your account value. So, Julia, after discussing the proposal with you, do you have any questions?
Isn't it too early for me to start this plan?
Julia, I'm very glad that you asked this question. Actually, today is the best time for you to start your investment because you still have the strength to earn and invest money. Today will allow you and give you enough time to build your funds over time so that you no longer need to worry about it when you are already much older. So, Julia, I would like to ask you a question as well. Do you think this proposal is for you?
Yes.
Okay, so should I approve the proposal?
Yes, let's go ahead with it.
Okay, thank you. Now, Julia, to continue with this proposal, I will be asking you a few questions to fill up your application form, okay? Okay, Julia, could I have your place of birth?
Manila.
Your civil status?
Married.
I hope you don't mind me asking, are you a U.S. citizen or U.S. tax resident?
No.
Okay. Could I please have one identification?
Oh, my driver's license.
Okay. And I'm just going to copy the ID number. Okay, thank you so much. Next, I would need your occupation.
I'm a data programmer.
And you are employed by?
Tech Manila.
Are you working abroad?
No.
Could I get your height?
5'4".
And your weight?
125 pounds.
Okay. Next, Julia, I would need to get your residence address.
17 Acacia Street, Marikina City.
Okay, would you know the zip code?
Yes. 1255.
Okay. Could I also get your business or office address?
179 Shaw Boulevard, Mandaluyong City. The zip code is 1405.
All right. And may I just simply ask if your mobile number is correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Next, Julia, I'd like to ask your purpose for the insurance applied for.
It's for retirement.
Okay.
and also income protection.
Okay. Next, Julia, we would be assigning your beneficiary. Could I please know who would you like to designate as your beneficiary?
That would be my husband, Raymond Balagtas,
Okay. His middle initial?
P.
And his address?
17 Acacia Street,
Okay.
Marikina City.
Could I please have his birth date?
December 28, 1971,
And his place of birth?
Manila.
May I please have his contact number?
917-837-4242.
And his occupation?
Head of Sales.
He is your spouse. And would you like to name him your primary beneficiary?
Yes,
How much would you like him to receive?
100%.
Okay. Thank you. Next, Julia, I will be asking you a few questions. Simple yes or no will do. Okay? In the last 2 years, have you consulted a medical doctor or been referred for tests or investigation or had any medical tests?
No.
In the last 2 years, have you been diagnosed or received treatment, medication, or advice pertaining to unexplained weight loss, high blood pressure, heart or lung disease, diabetes, tumor or cancer, mental or neurological dysfunction, liver disease, or any other ailments with or without physical impairment?
No.
Have you had at least 2 immediate family members, parents or siblings, who were diagnosed or died of hypertension, diabetes, heart or kidney disease, mental illness, or any cancer or any disease not mentioned above prior to age 50?
No.
Including this new application, is your total insurance coverage above 3 million? If yes, please provide the company name, product type, and/or rider's amount of coverage and issue date.
No.
In the last 2 years, have you participated in scuba diving, bungee jumping, motor racing, or hazardous sports or activities for more than 3 times?
No.
Are you and/or your immediate family members entrusted with appointive or elective positions in the Philippine or in a foreign state? A senior politician, judicial or military official, senior executive of government or state-owned or controlled corporations, or political party official?
No.
Have you been involved or included in any lawsuit or court litigation?
No.
Are you currently pregnant?
No.
Thank you, Julia, for answering those questions honestly. Next, Julia, I hope you don't mind me asking, but is this policy you are getting a replacement for an older one?
No.
Okay. Okay, would you have any special instructions or any home office endorsements that you would like to mention?
None.
Okay. Next, Julia, I would like to ask you, where would you be getting the payment for your premiums?
From my salary.
Okay. And of course, Julia, let me ask, how would you like to pay for your premiums?
Monthly.
And your payment type?
Through my Metro Bank account.
Okay, using...
Auto debit.
Okay. Julia, I'm happy to show you your e-application. I would just like to ask you to give it a look to see if everything is correct.
Okay.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, Julia, would you like to approve this application?
Yes.
Thank you, and I would be needing your signature if you don't mind.
Sure.
Okay, thank you. Julia, is this your signature?
Yes.
Okay. So Julia, now that we've addressed your top priority, which is retirement, I'd like to ask, which among the other needs would you like to address next?
Maybe income protection,
Okay.
but some other time.
All right. With that in mind, I would like to set the next appointment date. Maybe I could meet you in around 6 months' time, around May. How does May 11 sound?
Good.
Yes. Please expect a call or text from me before the 11th of May so that we can further discuss your other financial needs.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. Next, Julia, I would like to ask you, did you find this meeting beneficial?
Yes.
Earlier, I mentioned that if you did find this beneficial, that you would be happy to recommend me to your family and close friends. So I was hoping that we could brainstorm a little bit about who you think would benefit from the type of service that I provide. Maybe you could recommend to me your boss, close friend, or colleague, if you don't mind.
Okay. My boss, Mr. Augusto Vizda.
Okay, and his mobile number?
0920
Okay.
812-4413.
And his email address?
avizda@gmail.com.
Okay.
Next one would be Jock Tan. 0917 332 1315.
And his email address?
j.tan@techmanila.com.ph.
Okay. And last one?
Miss Marie Raimundo.
Okay.
0920-626-1933. And her email is m.raimundo@techmanila.com.ph.
Julia, I am happy that you have taken the necessary steps to secure your financial future. Your policy will be delivered in 2 to 3 weeks, and do note there may be a possibility for a medical exam. No need to worry as this is free and I can accompany you if ever. Julia, again, congratulations for trusting us in helping you get closer to your dreams. Julia, please feel free to contact me anytime should you have any concerns or questions regarding your policy or with the financial needs analysis that we did today. Julia, I'm thankful that you have taken this step in making sure that you live the life you choose. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And there you have it. We've successfully used AXA Solutions to conduct a financial needs analysis. Thank you for watching.